Howdy boys, figured I'd give you an updaters on this truck. I haven't done one in a while, so here we go. How's this truck been? You guys probably know from my previous videos, I'm not big on dualies. I don't like them a whole lot, especially cab and chassis, man. But everything and let's just put it this way, every tool serves its purpose, and I need to have one of these. You know, the singles are like started as a hobby, and this started out as a need, so that's the difference. I have it. I'm happy for what it is. I don't know if y'all remember, I had aluminum covers. Those went to crap, so we built our own. Added some weight to this truck, but you know, as long as she holds, you know. The video is probably not doing it justice. It's a little dirty, but you know, it is what it is, and that's how it is. You know, it's just a well-built little cabin chassis. Y'all gonna stream in the comment section, why don't you just put a flatbed on it? Guys, we just don't have a need for it. As any practical individual would say, yeah, I mean, put a flatbed on it. It's so useful, but it's not. We don't have a use for it, so why add the weight? Pretty much is the reason behind it. This is the trailer I haul, 35 plus 5, so a total of 40 feet. I'll do a separate video about these trailers. I've done videos about trailers before, but it seems like certain questions never got answered, so I'll go back to it later. As far as the truck, what has it done? Why do I not like cabin chassis? Just to recap real quick, everything has to be custom made. Everything has to be fabbed. It's not a massive, it's not like a regular pickup where, you know, like a regular dually, a bunch of people need this, so they'll just, the aftermarket world will build them. The cabin chassis are not far off. They're just a little bit, you know, like you got to build your own fifth wheel. You got to build this and that. But anyways, to have a shop build, it costs a lot of money. I'm just fortunate enough I have guys that are handy and they get it done for me. Now, as far as this truck goes, this truck's giving me a little bit of headache. The manifold always gives an issue with these things. Always does its number. Well, I got in the truck to show you the mileage. If I don't show you the mileage, what's the point of opening this door? That is annoying. 192.55. 192.55, you know. Close to 200,000. At about 180. The turbo actuator went out. For once, you guys get to hear a video that had issues, a truck that had issues. So the turbo actuator went out, and the first symptom of that is the exhaust brake was intermittent, and then it started boosting a little worse, and then it started braking. You know, it was like a rare occasion that the exhaust brake would turn on, and then I just quit turning on. So, you know, or kicking on. So, you know, the thing is going out. If y'all are wondering, this guy knocked a deer down, so fixed up the bumper as much as he could and hit the road again. But as far as the engine, there's more to it. I believe this had to do with the actuator as well, with crazy EGTs, because, you know, it opens the vanes. This manifold log was just horrible, guys. It is shrunk to a scale where you couldn't unbolt it. So let's just say you have 4 holes. I know my pretty nails. So expand, contrast, right? Well, not at that kind of rate, but you guys get it. So when this manifold expanded and contrasted, it bent the bolts that were in the hole. So now the bolt isn't straight, it's lopsided. Well, what happens when this thing contracted? You can't turn that bolt a whole lot because it brought it in. So what does that do? It brings the bolt in from the hole, and now you're already tense. So you try to spin it one way or another, you got to come in, but you can't because the manifold log is holding it. So my guys, well, one guy started pulling it off and started breaking bolts, and he's like, oh my god, this, you know, we can't pull this manifold off. We gotta pull the head off and start drilling these things out, because like I think 90% of the bolts snapped off. It's not like he quit unbolting, he just starts unbolting and they snap. Well, right, because they're bent and they're tense, and so you try to spin them, they just snap. This is a mistake they made and they learned, and I guess the supervision wasn't there where it was supposed to be. So the head came off to drill those bolts out. Well, when I looked at the head before anyone got to it, meaning they got pulled off and they went on with another project, and I just had the opportunity. Someone came in and pulled the manifold off, but never really gave it enough efforts to undo those bolts, and every single bolt came out. Finger was my fingers. I just unbolted them. Why? Because there's no tension on them. They've snapped. So I guess they moved in the threads, but they snapped. And now I just, with the manifold off, I just came up and undid them all. Talked to the guys that decided to pull the heads, and they felt bad, but that's why the head went off. It got inspected because they are known to drop valve seats. The engine shop said they're fine, so I guess a precautionary since the head's already off. Cleaned it for us and did what they had to do and gave it a thumbs up. So this thing got a new head gasket on it, and off it went. Crappy story, but we all could learn from it. Sometimes we just got to slow down a little bit and reconsider. Where the heck was I? I popped into the shop. I heard, you know, I'm not going to say any names. So-and-so said the head needs to come off. And then the guy that supervises just believed the guy that supervises. Well, the guy that runs my companies believed the guy without investigating that runs the shop, and just passed the word down. That's all they did. And bit us pretty bad. But it is what it is. So much of the negatives. Positives, this truck's been running pretty good. As a dually, you know, it doesn't yield good gas mileage, diesel mileage, MPGs, whatever. Other than that, you know, it's been good to us, and we don't have any horrific stories with it. Horrifying stories with it. I mean, it does what it needs to do, and I'm really happy about this. Saw it today. It's a really well built cap, and that's what inspired the video. I'm like, man, I haven't shared this truck. You know, finally proud of this truck. I haven't shared this truck with my people. Anyway, so that's how this video sparked up. Anyway, so yeah, that's the story. Other than that, truck, as I'm repeating myself, hasn't given me any issues, but tires, man, these tires just don't hold up. And it's not specifically these. I've tried Michelin's, I've tried what are they, BF Goodrich's. Oh, these are BFG's. Those must have been Bridgestones. This truck can't hold tires. They wear them out. You know, I've been told dualies do a lot better on tires than they do when you haul less weight. But when you haul the weight that this truck hauls, it just goes to crap. Well, that's a given one. So to recap this truck, really it's been the actuator, the turbo actuator, and the manifold log that's given us grief on this truck. Other than that, you know, it's been running well and running smooth. I'm happy with it for what it is. You guys know where I stand. I'm not gonna repeat myself as far as dualies go, but if you need it, you need it, and I do, and it serves the purpose, and everybody's happy. Alrighty, boys, I'll wrap up this video and to say this truck's not as bad as I made it sound in my last video, my initial video, why I don't like cabin chassis. Anyways, God bless y'all, and may the Lord bless you. Bye.